And I'd like to pass over then to Susie Aldous from GTC Scotland to look at what it means in our practice, and then we'll move on to look at what it looks like in one setting.
Thanks so much, Betsy. It's really great to see everybody here today at the end of what I'm sure has been a really, really busy day, and great to make a bit of time and space for this. I'm really pleased to be here today to talk about learning for sustainability and the whole school setting. Kirsten, if you'd move on to the next slide for me, please, that would be great. So we've got this opportunity tonight to consider whole setting approach to learning for sustainability and what that means. Whatever your setting might be, we all play a pivotal role in successfully embedding learning for sustainability. Whether it's as educational leaders, team leaders or teachers, we've all got our part to play in the LFS educational ecosystem, and to rely on one another to support our pupils or students in their entitlement to have LFS embedded in the 4 Cs, the campus, curriculum, cultures and community of their place of learning. So our ecosystem, as you'll see here in the wee diagram I've put together, sort of draws on the support very much of our partners, about pupils, school support staff, families and communities, to name just a few. And we all know that having one moving clog does not make the machine run smoothly. We all have our role to play in the whole school setting, working together to achieve its aims. In particular, within that ecosystem, the role of teachers, middle leaders and head teachers is guided by what's detailed about learning for sustainability in our professional standards. Can I have the next slide, please, Kirsten? So all teachers in Scotland have responsibility for playing a role in understanding and embedding learning for sustainability. Making a professional commitment to learning and learners that is compatible with the aspiration of achieving a sustainable and equitable world really embodies what it means to become, be and grow as a teacher in Scotland. As seen here on the slide, the standard for full registration has learning for sustainability embedded throughout as a cross-cutting theme. Professional values of social justice, trust and respect and integrity are at the core of the professional standards and of learning for sustainability. Starting with teachers as individuals, these values extend to our learners, our colleagues and community, and to the world in which we live. And I've just pulled out here some extracts from the standard for full registration that as educators we're all working to, and you might well see some bells ringing here reflecting in the kind of work that you're doing at the moment. Next slide please, Kirsten. So I'll talk a wee bit about whole setting strategic leadership, which is particularly appropriate since we have some school leaders here with us today presenting. And the standard for headship and the standard for middle leadership place the strategic responsibility on school leaders and managers to establish and model a coherent, progressive and holistic learning for sustainability vision and ethos that supports planning across the curriculum, professional learning and collegial practice. And in section 1.3 of both the standard for headship and the standard for middle leadership, for example, respective school leadership and management roles ensure that a robust, demonstrable whole setting approach to learning for sustainability is addressed. In addition, the standard for headship places additional responsibility on the head teacher to embrace learning for sustainability within the shared strategic vision for the learning community. Putting this in more metaphorical terms, being the English teacher that I am, strategic leaders require the vision to start with a seed and create a sunflower. The steps they plan, the routines of care they build as they go will determine the whole setting outcome. And just like plants, educational plans need aspects of care to nourish them and to make them grow. The curriculum could be seen as the good soil, the water, the professional learning, and the sunshine, the partnership working. Next slide, please, Kirsten. So what I would say here is, despite every whole setting journey being different, the commonality is that culture is absolutely key. Each educational establishment will be on their own journey with LFS and their approach will be different depending on the context of their own setting. However, that one common factor is that achieving a positive culture in school towards learning for sustainability is crucial as a basis for success, sharing a deep understanding amongst your colleagues of the vision and values that are underpinning your strategic direction. And then some related steps might then include, for example, looking at where the school is currently at in its journey with reference to HIGIOS and whole setting self-evaluation, considering what challenges and opportunities might be, and forming priorities through school and department plans. And next slide, please, Kirsten. So an important aspect of achieving these whole setting aims is being able to meet with other practitioners to share experiences and support and ways to overcome challenges. And part of today's purpose in the Connect session is to enable these kinds of conversations. And we're really fortunate today to have Rachel and Emma from Scottish Borders presenting on their Learning for Sustainability whole setting journeys. Thank you. As always, we are each other's best resource. And I'd also just like to direct you to some further resources that you might find helpful on the GTC Scotland website on the Learning for Sustainability Hub, where there are 4 case study videos which you might find help from. These are from Wester Craigs Nursery, Dunblane Primary, Stowe Primary and Renfrew High School, each with their own inspiring stories. And there's also a host of other helpful resources on our LFS Hub to assist with whole school development, including a self-evaluation tool for LFS and an LFS leadership module. Professional reading resources can also be found on the Hub, and also by logging into your My GTCS account and clicking on the Research tab, where you'll find ebooks and academic articles that will support your Learning for Sustainability journey. So thanks very much. I'll hand back to Learning for Sustainability Scotland to introduce our speakers today.
Thank you very much for setting the scene, Susie.